Welcome, my name is Nataraj Chaitanya, and it's such an honor to be with you today. Welcome to satsang. Satsang is an ancient spiritual practice that comes to us from the Indian wisdom tradition. And this word, satsang, it's a beautiful word that means being in reality together, keeping the good company of the truth. And there was a great sage who came from India, and he traveled the world and taught people to meditate, and his name was Baba Muktananda. And anytime people come together to do any kind of yogic practice, it's called satsang. And so when people got together around Swami Muktananda to do practice, he would begin each satsang by saying, "With great respect and great love, I welcome you with all my heart." And he taught that to welcome another person, to welcome yourself, and to welcome the experiences of one's life with this feeling of reverent openness. That's what it meant to really be alive, to truly be human. It was the essence of the spiritual path. And in moments like this, from another lockdown, it can feel like a tall order, this mood of welcoming, of seeing the sacred in the everyday. But in that same spirit, I'd like to welcome you, however you are, wherever you are, in whatever state you find yourself in. Know that this is the perfect place to begin. This is the perfect time to be in satsang, to keep good company, to receive wisdom and grace. And I always like to begin each satsang by remembering Baba Muktananda and his mood of welcoming. So with great respect and great love, I welcome you with all my heart. This is a time when feeling alone or feeling separate, it's almost like the default setting in the time of social distancing. The yogis of ancient India, they really understood the power of our thought and emotion. And the great poet saints from India, they often extolled how our feeling state could be the thing that either perpetuated a feeling of separation or smallness, or our feeling tone could be the thing that puts us back into continuity with the flow of life. I'm reminded of a great poet saint, Tukaram Maharaj, and he goes as far as to say, God is in your bhava. And this word bhava, it means deep feeling. It's the predisposition, the condition of our heart. And so whatever feeling we hold in our heart, that's the highest. And so the yogis very cleverly used our deep feeling to weave us back into the fabric of life. And so today we'll be exploring mantra and meditation as a way to do that, but we'll do it with deep feeling. And so we'll try and explore what bhav is. And so we'll just do a little exercise first to begin. We'll try and feel the sacredness of deep feeling. So we'll practice what's called a dharana, which is a contemplative practice, a thought experiment that comes from an ancient text called Vijnanabhairava Tantra. And it's like a compendium of different meditation manuals, all these different ways to get insight into who or what we really are. And this is why we come to satsang. This is why we do yogic practice, to get that experience of who or what we are, that experiential knowledge of who or what we are. And once we have that, once we've tasted that, that's the thing that we have to offer back to life. And it's uplifting, and it feels good, and it's loving. And that great love is always a movement towards oneness, not towards separateness. So you can start to see how practicing with bhava, with deep feeling, is really a cure for the ailment of our current state, of the time we live in. And so we'll work with this contemplative practice around bhava. So first, let's just hear the passage of the text. It says, Anande mahati prapte drishteva bandhave chirat anandamurgatam dhyatva talayastan mana bhavet. The Vijnanabhairava Tantra says, on the occasion of a great delight being obtained, or on the occasion of delight arising from seeing a friend or relative after a long time, one should meditate on the delight itself and become absorbed in it. Then his mind will become one with it. So close your eyes and let's try the teaching on. As you close your eyes, I just want you to recall a time in your life where you saw a loved one or a dear friend after a long time of being apart. And so we'll use the brilliant part of our mind to awaken this memory in our inner world. Replay that memory, make it vivid. And as you relive the memory in your mind, notice how the joy starts to percolate inside of you. There's this incredible thing about old friends. When you see each other, no matter how long you've been apart, you're able just to pick up right where you left off. There is this simple sweetness of being together, the bliss of being reunited. And as that feeling, what the yogis call ananda, bliss, clarity, starts to bubble up inside of you from replaying the memory, start to shift your focus just to the feeling, that feeling of bliss. And let the particulars of the memory just fade away. Let yourself steep in this feeling, the bliss of being reunited, a simple joy of being together. And when that feeling tone, that texture, that experience of joy starts to fade away, just go back to the memory. Invoke the feeling. Bring the feeling into your inner world. This bliss, this joy, this incredible love of being reunited after a long time apart. Just reorienting yourself to this bhava, this deep feeling, this joy that reveals to us who we really are. Sit in that joy. Be saturated in that bliss. And see if you can expand that feeling using your breath. See if you can grow or expand or nurture that feeling of ananda just with this simple movement of the breath, coming in and going out of the body. Feel the breath, this flow of life, as an expression of that great joy in the heart. As you inhale, feel the outer world touch the innermost heart, and there it is, joy. And as you exhale from the depth of your heart, offering back to life bliss, union. Feel the breath as this loving exchange between the inner world and the outer world, between you and life. And now breathing in a little bit deeper and breathing out a little bit longer. Start to externalize your awareness. Become aware of your body, your breath, and your surroundings. Feel yourself as you are in this moment. Feel the body as one whole unit, one cohesive experience, a form that bliss has taken. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. So when we make contact with that feeling, it's much easier to welcome life, to honor and worship life as it is in the moment. We can extend that mood, that feeling of reverent openness towards all people, all times, all settings, all circumstances. And so we do practices that align us with that feeling of the heart, this rich devotion, this love of life. One of the practices that we'll explore to put us in touch with that is called kirtan. And kirtan is call and response chanting. And today we'll be working with the ancient mantra, the Swarupa mantra, the mantra of the higher self, Om Namah Shivaya. Let's try and say that together. Repeat after me. Say Om Namah Shivaya. Good. Om Namah Shivaya. This mantra, it honors the higher self. It literally means I bow to Shiva. And Shiva is divine, loving awareness. It's who we are without any tension. It's who we are in that most expanded state of the heart that can welcome all beings, all times, all events. And so when we chant Om Namah Shivaya, we're calling out to the very deepest part of who we are. And the tradition of India, the rich philosophical tradition, it says that the moment we utter the mantra, it's there right away, supporting us, enlivening our experience. And so we're singing to who we really are. And sometimes it's easy to forget. So the beauty of this practice is it's done in call and response. So you hear the mantra, and it awakens you to that experience, to who you are. And then you've got something to give, and so you're able to chant it back. And so in a moment, I'll be joined by the kirtan band, and we'll sing in call and response. All of the scriptures of India, they're a beautiful dialogue. The universe happens in call and response. You do something, and then something else happens. And so this is a practice of that call and response. And when we do it, when we actively participate in kirtan, we're affirming our place in that beautiful cycle of call and response that's happening in the outer world. We're not begrudgingly taking up life, we're gladly responding to life as it arises. And so as the chant progresses, you'll feel that the repetition of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya will take on lots of different moods. Maybe you'll feel a different kind of tone or texture in the sound or energy. And just ride the wave of the mantra. Notice how it helps you to shed tension or feelings of separateness. Notice how it puts you back in that experience of continuity. And you'll feel underneath that There it is, Ananda, the bliss of being reunited. I hope you enjoy. This is not a performance, it's a practice. And the beauty of you doing this alone in your space, wherever you are, however you are, is it doesn't have to sound good. It's like singing in the shower. It's just a pure expression of joy and bliss and love. And I want you to know that even though we're not doing this practice all together in one room like we normally would, I'm thinking of you. I'm holding you in my heart. And even though this is a pre-recorded session, I was thinking of you, keeping you in mind when we did this. And I really feel you here. And it's my experience that when we come to satsang, when we sit in reality together, when we chant the mantra, when we meditate, we're always together. And I hope that'll be your experience too. So let's chant. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. I bow to Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. I honor my higher self. Om Namah Shivaya. Salutations to that which I'm capable of becoming. Om Namah Shivaya. I honor the Lord who lives within. So we'll take the energy, the grace, the nectar of doing this practice of kirtan, and we'll use it to contact the innermost heart. Close your eyes and allow the current of your mind to turn inward. And just feel that you can rest in this inner space. Notice that feeling of spaciousness behind your closed eyes, behind your forehead, and this feeling of your aliveness. Maybe that shows up for you as the heartbeat or the breath, a subtle shimmer or pulsation. Contemplate this feeling of aliveness as your own goodness, goodness without an opposite. Feel the expansive quality of your inner world. And let's just invite in a feeling of greater relaxation, greater ease by using the breath. Breathing in a little bit deeper and breathing out a little bit longer. Just taking slow, conscious breaths to soften into your interior space. Feel that your whole being is poised to receive the heart, the sacred inside of you. Now we'll take up the recitation of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. We'll start to link the mantra with the breath silently to ourselves. As you inhale, think Om Namah Shivaya. And as you exhale, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, breathing in, and Om Namah Shivaya, breathing out. Let the mantra Om Namah Shivaya light up the breath. Feel how the mantra allows you to immerse yourself in the breath. How the mantra and your awareness ride the wave of the breath. Om Namah Shivaya, breathing in, and Om Namah Shivaya, breathing out. Feel that the breath has become suffused with the energy of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. as you start to feel yourself downregulate, as you start to rest in your inner world, you can let the breath go and just go on repeating the mantra Om Namah Shivaya silently to yourself at a pace that's comfortable. Maybe it sounds something like this: Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Or maybe it sounds more gooey, more legato, like this: Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Trust your inner guiding goodness to repeat the mantra in a way that charms you. Lay your burden down at the feet of the mantra and just go on repeating the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. The breath may be shallow or deep, fast or slow. Thoughts may rise and fall, all the while just favoring the mantra, cultivating this special relationship with the mantra. And if you find that you get swept up by any one thought or idea or memory, once you recognize you're no longer favoring the mantra, just gently bring your awareness back. Practice the joy of beginning again. Feel the bliss of being reunited. Don't beat yourself up because you forgot. That moment when you realize you're no longer favoring the mantra, that really shows you who you are. We are remembering. We are this waking up. Celebrate that and bring that joy back to the recitation of the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Chant the mantra with great love. And let your love and the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, take you deep into meditation. breathe in a little bit deeper. And breathe out a little bit longer. And as you breathe in deep and breathe out long, just relax all your effort. Notice what the practice has put you in touch with. Is there a feeling of relaxation, of upliftment, a feeling of peace, a quiet joy, contact with love or the sacred? Feel that to be the Swarupa, your own form. Feel and know, this is who I am. This is what I'm made of. This is what I have to offer back to life. Om Namah Shivaya. Placing the palms together at the heart center. Just bow the head slightly. And make a silent vow to yourself to continue to make contact with this feeling, with the self. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, peace for the soul. May all beings everywhere come to know that. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste.